Another thing that happens in our lives is this thing called dishonesty. So we see that honesty is a part of our confidentiality. It's a part of that trust, it's part of that love that we have for someone in that relationship. But when someone starts lying to you, it starts affecting your confidentiality. Doesn't it bother you sometimes when you're in a relationship, you're in a friendship, and someone comes up to you, oh, you wouldn't believe what just happened. And they're like, oh, what happened? I'm like, no, I can't tell you. I'm like, what do you mean you can't tell me? It's like, I can't tell you. And you're like, oh, come on, man, like, I'm your best friend. And then you start just picking at them and trying to get everything. And then sometimes, like what happens to me, I push too far, and then we have an argument, and then we don't talk for a while because we wanted to know what he was talking about. And then eventually they tell me, but they lie about it. They just add a little bit of a twist, and they don't tell me the whole truth, so then I believe them and I'm happy. But then I carry along with myself this lie that I think is true. And then I find out the truth, and then I find out that my friend's lying. And so now, at a stage where I really wanted to know what my friend was talking about, I'm now at this place where it's like, oh, you lied to me. And I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like you were being truthful. I thought we had a confidence between each other, but you lied to me and you broke it. What do I do? And so lying comes along, looks at honesty, dishonesty, comes to honesty, and chops it off. So now our confidentiality is hanging by just a few other things, but still, we think we can still make it. We think we're still going to be okay. Then in Proverbs chapter 20, so there's a lot of stuff in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 20. 25. Wait. Yes. Proverbs chapter 25. 25, 19. 25, 19. Proverbs 25, 19. Oh, that's a pretty good version. Anyways, it says this. Proverbs 25, 19. Like a bad tooth or a lame foot is reliant on the... Okay. Like a bad tooth or a lame foot is reliance on the unfaithful in times of trouble. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth or a foot out of joint. So, you're going through a hard time, and the person you depend on is someone that's disloyal to you. It's someone that's maybe put fear into your life. It's someone that maybe has put gossip into your life. It's someone that's been dishonest to you, and now they're disloyal to you. They diss you behind your back. When someone talks about you, instead of sticking up for you, they join in and talk about you. And so there's this disloyalty. It says that putting your confidence in someone that is unfaithful, someone that is disloyal, is like a bad tooth. It's like a foot out of joint. There is just no use. It is painful and it's useless, and you're trying to put into something, life into something that's dead, and that can't work. And it's annoying, and it irritates you. But you try to trust in someone that's broken your trust. It doesn't work. And so disloyalty comes along and chops it off. Cool. So now, I don't know what I do. You never know. Now you're hanging by a thread. Maybe some of you tonight have had a friend that's put fear in you. Maybe some of you have had a friend that has gossiped about you, has betrayed you. Maybe you've had a friend that's been dishonest to you. Maybe you've had a friend that's been disloyal to you, but you're still hanging on by a thread. Your relationship with them is hanging on by a thread. And maybe it's the one thread called motivation. The one thing that you're just like, look, I just think and I know and I'm confident that if I just keep trying and I keep believing in you, I'm going to make it. Even though they've cut all these other lines off your confidentiality, you think that you can still go ahead with it. Proverbs 12:5. Proverbs 12:5. So it's cool that we're looking at Proverbs because Proverbs is a book of wisdom. And so this guy called Solomon wrote a bunch of Proverbs full of wisdom. So Proverbs chapter 12, verse 5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceitful. My version says the plans of the righteous are just, but the advice of the wicked is deceitful. In other words, manipulation. I don't know how many of you have had friends that are manipulative. That they, on the outside, look like they have your best interests at heart. But deep down inside, they're just trying to make you do stuff that you know you don't want to. They take you a little bit further than you know you should have gone. They challenge you on your beliefs. They challenge you on your morals. They challenge you on your values, on your identity. They might make it out as a joke. But they challenge you through manipulation so that you think you're in the wrong instead of them taking responsibility. And so we're hanging on this relationship by a thread. And we're going, hey man, there's still hope in this relationship. There's still a chance in this relationship. There is some way, somehow, deep down inside of me that I want to keep going. But the other part is just playing this game of manipulation. And so manipulation comes along. And it cuts off their confidentiality. When is enough enough? Why is it that in our relationships sometimes we allow these different things that we value to be cut off by its opposite? And we think that it's all our fault, we think that it's okay, and we start blaming ourselves and we give into the lies of the enemy. When the truth is that it's not your fault. The truth is that you were holding on to the right things, but someone somewhere along the line came along and started to break your confidence. And you think it's okay, but it's not. Is your confidence strong? Or is your confidence hanging by a string, hanging by a thread? You know, as a youth ministry, we will not tolerate fear. We will not tolerate gossip. We will not tolerate dishonesty. We will not tolerate disloyalty. We will not tolerate manipulation. If you're here tonight and you want to bring that along to this setting, then I see you tonight that this isn't the place. We have set a boundary because we want to be a youth ministry that believes in love, that believes in trust, that believes in honesty, that believes in loyalty, that believes in motivation. We want to be a youth ministry that, hey, when you speak to us, it is in total confidence. We are not going to break your trust. We're going to believe in you. We're going to encourage you. We're going to come alongside of you. We're going to pray for you. We're going to believe breakthrough in your life. We're going to believe that you're going to overcome the issues in your life. And no matter how messed up you might be, this is a youth ministry that will be built on confidentiality. Just like the other weeks we talked about honor, just like we talked about last week on servanthood, this youth ministry here is based on confidentiality. Maybe you're one of the ones that are chopping these lines off. I've been there. I've done that. But tonight, you're either in two places. You've either been cut or you're the one cutting. And so tonight, I really want to pray that there would be a sense of restoration for the things that have been broken in your life. That there would be a revelation of who Jesus is, a revelation of who God is, and there would be a renewal, that something new would start in your life.